Hello everyone and welcome now to game 2 in this series. This is game 2 between Vortex and Real here on Entombed Valley. This is going to be full cross spawns now. And for those of you guys who do not read the Battle.net reports or the patch updates, Entombed Valley on Battle.net is vertical spawning positions only. So you can never spawn directly to the left or to the right of your opponent, only vertically. I think of it as Shakura's Plateau, except backwards. And the game is now getting underway. Vortex spawning as the yellow Zerg on the top right-hand side of the map, now with a 1-0 lead in this series, going up against AI's Real. Now, what is Real's plan going to be? Real looked pretty good throughout the game, but then started to fall apart. All of a sudden, Vortex was really able to take off. And I think Vortex was perhaps playing against Real's specific style. Vortex was not going for very heavy drones. He didn't drone up crazily, and he actually kept it under control. And then at one point, all of a sudden, Vortex economies just absolutely exploded, taking about a 20 to 30 supply advantage with it. And then at that point, never relinquished it. Real, at the same time, didn't have the units, didn't have the ability to counter the Infestor Broodlord combination that Vortex came out with. The Fleet Beacon was significantly delayed. And with no High Templar and no real way to get to those Broodlords, especially without Blink on those Stalkers, that was pretty much going to be GG. Now, Real taking a look around, does spot the spawning pool, and is he going to spot a drone trying to slip away? And he does not. Vortex will be able to establish up his hatchery here at the natural with little to no effort. Meanwhile, the probe still wandering around here. Is it going to be able to find anything of importance? No, it will not. Gas is still yet to be taken, as the probe now comes down, takes a look, and sees that the hatchery is already in play. Forge now being added as well. We should be seeing a nexus being placed down, followed by perhaps a gateway or another pylon. I believe it is another pylon next. There we go. And Real will be forced to fend off anything that comes from Vortex. Now, Vortex has a number of options at this point. He can continue to macro up and utilize this hatchery as an economic advantage, or he can use it as a production advantage. One of the strong strengths of Zerg is that they can do a lot of that. As we now see the probe attempting to slip away, it will be able to do exactly that, somehow knowing that the Zerglings were coming down together. Here we have it, a gateway, a photon cannon. We need to see another gateway here, otherwise those Zerglings will be able to get inside. And are we going to see it in time? That is not looking good whatsoever. 3 Zerglings can really cause a lot of problems. The Zerglings now trying to come up together, does spot this, and does not charge up the ramp just as that photon cannon finishes. This one Zergling now looking to back away. One Zergling hanging off down over here, making sure that there is nothing happening over at that nexus. And now here comes that cybernetics core. All right. This Roach Warren that I'm seeing on the field is actually a little bit faster than I would have normally expected. Also, if you take a look, we are getting off an inject here. How much gas are we going to be sitting on? About, let's see, another 30 seconds or so. So if he's running off of 1 gas, he should have about 135 right around this Roach Warren completing. With that, that is going to be enough for 5 Roaches, and the Roaches could do a march across the field. Now, doing a Roach across the field with a 5 Roach push, I don't believe will be successful. There is a photon cannon here, and if Real gets another one, that will definitely shut it down. There's that one. There's that 5 Roach push, as I mentioned, and here we go. 5 Roaches already going to be rallied straight out to their opponents. 6 Roaches now being rallied out straight out to their opponent's base, and this one Zealot is going to see it coming, but what is he going to really do about it? Vortex still pushing out with these Roaches. Meanwhile, the robotics facility just now coming into play. It needs about another 30 seconds, and then we will be seeing those Immortals. The Immortals are going to be significantly delayed as the Roaches are now making their way across. Oh, this is going to be absolutely bad. Real does not know about those Roaches slowly making their way across the field. He doesn't have enough sentries. Only one sentry here, and he doesn't have that many stalkers. How many roaches are now on the field? We have 6 roaches with a 7th one on the way, and they're simply going to almost walk inside this base, destroy this photon cannon, and then cause absolute havoc. Real getting up an observer instead of an immortal. There's the force field, but not before this gets taken down. There's a chrono boost now on the immortal, and Real realizes how bad of a situation he is in. Roach is going to be able to shut down that photon cannon before anything happens. Probes now being brought over. That is not going to be a great fight. The roaches are now coming in as the zerglings coming in to reinforce, and this may end up being a very, very quick GG here, as Vortex just walks into a Protoss base with a whole bunch of roaches and zerglings. Harvester count 21 to 27. A pretty much very, very effective strategy here, as one immortal now finally makes its way out. The robotics facility is unpowered, trying to do a little bit of a dance here, and is it going to be able to do anything at all? No, it will not. And Real loses in 2 straight games to Vortex. Please stay tuned for my bonus match. It will be another Protoss versus Zerg. I am trying to do anti-spoiler games. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned.